Okay, let's continue with prime factorization. Now we're going to talk about whether a number is prime or composite. So to understand prime and composite, you need to understand factors. So in the last video, I talked about factors were numbers that could be multiplied together to give you whatever number we're talking about. And for a number to be prime, it can only have two factors, one and itself. The only way to get that number is one times itself. For example, on the last video, we listed the factors of the number 7, and the only factors were 1 and 7. So that would be a prime number, because the only way to get 7 is 1 times 7. A composite number is going to have 3 or more factors. So let's look at our first number here, 19. We need to identify this as prime or composite. Well, 19, the only way I can think of in my head here to get 19 is 1 times 19. 2 doesn't go into 19, 3 doesn't, 4 doesn't, 5 doesn't, 6 doesn't, 7 doesn't, 8 doesn't, 9 doesn't. I can stop there. 19 is prime, because the only way to get 19 is 1 times 9. What about 33? Well, 33, I know obviously 1 times 33. 33 is an odd number, so 2 is not going to go into it. But what about 3? Well, hopefully you recognize, oh yeah, 3 times 11 is 33. But if not, I could do 3 plus 3 is 6, add up my digits. And since I got 6, which 3 goes into, then yes, 33 has other factors other than 1 and 33, 3 and 11. What about 16? Well, 16 right away, you probably, 16, 4 times 4, 2 times 8. It's definitely going to be a composite number. It's not prime because there's other ways to get 16. What about 41? I'm not coming up with anything right now. I know 1 times 41, it's odd, so 2's not, so no even number is going to go into it. What about 3? If I add up the digits, 4 plus 1, that's 5. 3 doesn't go into 5. 41 is prime. There's no way to get 41 other than 1 times 1. What about 57? 57 looks like a number that might be prime, but if I add the digits, 5 plus 7, I get 12. And I know 3 goes into 12, so that means 3 must go into 57. And it actually does. 3 times 19 is 57. So therefore, it is a composite number. Let's look at 5 more here. I want you to pause the video and I want you to try and list whether these numbers are prime or composite. So again, pause it and try to list whether these numbers are prime or composite. All right, you should have paused the video. Now let's see how you did. 17 is a prime number. The only way to get 17 is 1 times 17. 84 is composite because first off, it's an even number. It's an even number, so I know 2's got to go into it, and it'd be 2 times 42. I know 12 times 7. There's a whole bunch of factors, so it is composite. 63, that's when you should recognize 9 times 7 is 63, so it's going to be composite. And also, you could have known 3 goes into it because 6 plus 3 is 9, and 3 goes into 9. 2 is actually, even though it's an even number, it is prime. Because the only way to get 2 is 1 times 2. An interesting fact is 2 is the only even number that is prime. Every other even number is composite because 2 is a factor of it. 2 is the only even number that is prime. All right, our last one, 39. It is composite because 3 goes into 39. 3 times 13 is 39. If you were to check that, if I were to add the digits, 3 plus 9 is 12, and 3 goes into 12. All right, so that was prime or composite numbers.